wondering, where have these gone? Well, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you, I am back. Yeah, as you guys have seen, the EPL is back. First 2 weeks should be up. Hope you guys enjoyed both those videos. We're currently 2-0 in that league, and I actually felt really confident in my playing. And so I focused a lot of time on VGC, and since I don't have a capture card 3DS yet, there isn't much content that's going to be coming out for the channel really until I get one, unfortunately. There's series that I want to cover on this channel. You know, I'd love to do some playthroughs of, you know, the original Pokemon games, you know, going all the way up to Gen 3 potentially if they ever release those on the virtual console, which I really hope they do, because it'll make getting a lot of Pokemon so much fucking easier. We're talking stuff like Softboiled Clefable legitimately. We're talking like Softboiled Clefairies legitimately as well. I would love to see that stuff go around. You know, it would also be great to get Seismitoss Registeel as well. But we are here. We're going to do a PU live. Now, I actually just started playing PU today. This is a team that I built just for shits. It's not a very good team. I've actually gone perfect with it thus far. I'm very low on the ladder, though. It's been a long time since I played PU. But I thought I'd start off with a fun tier. So first off, I decided, you know what? I want to use Electros. It's been a long time since I've used it. So I thought, let's go with an Assault Vesti Electros, Full Switch Flamethrower, Knockoff, and Giga Drain. I like this just because the idea that I had for this team was to pretty much be able to weaken things enough to where Lilligant can just sweep with Quiver Dance, Grass CMZ with the Energy Ball, Hidden Power Fire, and then Nature Power. Nature Power is primarily there for... There's really no reason for it to be there. It's just there, just so I don't have to run something like Sleep Powder and potentially miss. Though I may end up going to that in the future. We have Spidef Cradily, just for that rock support, really. Rocks Recover, Earth Power, Giga Drain, just to not only be switching to Gastrodon, but switching to Rain teams as well. I'm a little weak to Poliwhirl, but as you can see, I'm running a Silvally Fairy, multi-attack Flamethrower. This is primarily for stuff like Ferroseed in the tier to hit Lilligants, potential Whirlipedes, as you can see, Parting Shot to specifically get in Lilligant for what is potentially free. Silvally's really, really bulky. Just as a fun fact, VGC wise, I was checking it out for what week is it? Is it week 4, I think? Yeah, week 4. I was checking it out, and it's really bulky. It lives Hydro Vortex from a Modest Ludicolo in the rain, max special attack Modest, so it's really, really bulky. It's also a great Pokemon to switch into things in the tier like Primeape as like the biggest example. It's great for switching in on stuff like Hitmonchan as well. And then Toxic, again, much like the rest of this team, and as you'll see with this Whirlipede, it's to whittle things down for, again, Lilligant and Primeape. Lilligant, just 3 attacks, Quiver Dance. You know, I want to try out Sleep Powder. And maybe go ahead and Power Rock. I don't know. I've just been testing out a little bit, just see what I like in the tier. Next we have just a Whirlipede. It's a very weird Whirlipede set. I've thought about making it, if this will work for me, that would be great. A max speed Whirlipede set with like something like a Jolly Nature. The reason why I haven't decided to go with that is because it's just a Hazard League set, or just a Hazard set in general, with the Toxic Spike and the Spikes. Again, to pressure something to defog, primarily. Bug Bite's just there just to have an offensive attack in case I do end up getting taunted. But I did want to go with the defensive investment because I personally feel that I would much rather be able to take an attack than something like a Flareon that doesn't have a whole lot of attack investment, potentially. And then after a couple boosts, hit a nice speed of 262. To speed tie with base 70s that are running max speed, I felt like that was it's pretty decent. Hell, I could even do this just to outspeed them. And then last up is Scarf Primeape, just your bread and butter set. Close combat, gunk shot, ice punch, and U-turn. Sorry, I just kicked the vent under my desk. But with that being said, guys, let's get into the game. I'm really excited to get into this. I got a fun squad here. We got Pinsir, Hitmonchan, Dugtrio, Alolan Persian, Manectric, and Gourgeist. Now, his rocker has got to be the Dugtrio, so that could be annoying. Persian's definitely annoying as well. I think my Primeape can break through that if I'm lucky. Cradily is also a really good answer to pretty much a lot of the threats once I can get rid of Hitmonchan. His hazard removal is his Hitmonchan, which is fine, but I think I just want to lead Electros here. I see he leads Manectric, so that's perfectly fine. What I want to do is I want to go for the knockoff here, because whatever's going to be switching in, we'll lose this item, right? And I'll also be able to figure out potential Z moves. So we'll see what he goes out into. I could see him maybe going out to his Dugtrio to block that, to block the incoming, the potential Volt Switch. But if he does, he could be switching into something that he doesn't want to, like a Giga Drain. Hitmonchan could come in, but it could lose its Life Orb or its Assault Vest. Pinsir could come in, but it could lose its Choice Scarf. Persian could lose its Leftovers. Gourgeist isn't going to appreciate taking this. Could lose its Leftovers as well. So my opponent's kind of in the position where, and this is the big thing that I love about Electros, I think, just in general, is just how bulky it is. And the fact that it's got such a nice supportive move pool that, yeah, as he does go Dugtrio, he's going to eat that knockoff, as it is going to get rid of a Life Orb. Ooh, it's kind of clean. All right. I don't want this to necessarily take, a whole bunch of damage per se. But I am really worried about what this thing is going to go for. But I'm just going to go for the Giga Drain, as he is going to get up his Stealth Rocks. So that's fine. As you may have noticed, I don't have a spinner on this team. It's kind of annoying to not have a spinner, obviously. Actually don't know the count. If Whirlipede could take a Flamethrower or an Overheat, even for that matter, from Manectric. I actually don't know. I'm just checking. Okay, it definitely can. That's perfect. So he's gonna go to his Persian now, and since he has no switch-in to pretty much anything on my team, I'm just gonna go for or no electric resist, I should say. Jesus, it's been a long time. I'm just gonna go for the Volt Switch out. He's gonna see that I'm obviously Choice Scarf Primeape, and this is gonna give me the switch out into my Primeape, which I'm just now gonna go to my Silvally. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go throw off a Toxic here. I don't see why not. I mean, the reason why I have Toxic again is just to whittle things down. So I'm really, really hoping that one, he either come on. It sucks. All right, well, I gotta go for it again at this point. If I land that Toxic, he's getting whittled down a lot more. I would also have a much healthier Silvally at that point, but I could Parting Shot out, to be honest. But I need this thing to be toxic. I need this to be poison. Like, I could go with my Whirlipede if I really, really wanted to. Actually, you know what? Fuck I'm going to parting shot. Yeah, I'm 100% going to parting shot here. Because thinking about it now, if he decides that he wants to go into his pincer, not only one can pincer not touch Whirlipede, the only thing that can is Manectric. And if he wants to switch out into it or whatever, that's fine. But he's also going to be at -1. So, okay, so he's going to go Persian. Which is annoying. But now it's the same song and dance, right? I'm just going to click U-turn here. I have no reason to close combat. He has 2 perfectly good switch-ins as well. And I don't know whether this is Scarf Manectric or Specs. Scarf Manectric is easily the most common of the sets, but you never know. So I don't want to get too risky. I could also see this easily being like Darky and Zed, Persian, just for that Z parting shot. I could even see this being like something like Scarf Pincer, maybe potential Z move as well. I really don't know the tier, so I'm learning it as I'm playing, and I'm learning it as you guys are watching, hopefully. So we'll see what he does. He's taking his time, which is kind of annoying, as he's going to what? I don't know. I think my play here is to go to Electros, as he parting shots as well. So this is going to give him a switch into what exactly? The other problem is now that I just realized that he does have an electric immunity in Manectric. Oh man, I've been away from the lower tiers for so long. It's kind of disgraceful if you ask me. I love P. I love the lower tiers. I don't have a whole lot of experience in them, but I do like experimenting with a lot of the lower tier Pokemon. Like Electros, just because it's so fun. Whirlipede, because it's such a nice hazard setter. So he's gonna go Hitmonchan now. So I want to knock off here and see what set he is. He's definitely Assault Vest at that point, yeah. As he is Assault Vested, so this is going to give me a perfect switch out into my Silvally, as I'm just going to be able to eat this hit. And knowing that I am faster, and knowing that the fact that he's going to have to either switch out or face the music of a multi-attack and get a lot lower, or just stay in and die. Okay. I don't necessarily agree with that play from my opponent, because Hitmonchan's super threatening to my team, if you couldn't tell. My Electros is actually a really nice sack at this point as well. I'd like it to, I want it to stay around so I can knock off that Gourgeist and get rid of its leftovers. But this goes Manectric. I can see him just going for a straight T-Bolt here. So I do have Whirlipede that can beat that 1v1. I think going Cradle is my play. Oh, man. Alright, well. Oh, beautiful. He is not Scarf. He is, in fact, some other set. He could be Electrium, actually, now that I think about it. He could be Z-move. Here, I'm just going to recover at this point, just in case he wanted to, I don't know, foul play me, I guess. I really don't know. But he's going to get his pincer now. I think I can afford to go Whirlipede here. What the fuck? Oh, shit. That's scary. ESD knockoffs. Okay, so now I gotta think about what the rest of his set is. This is not a good time to be mean. This is really not a good thing, actually. So if I do hit this thing with a... Yeah. Okay. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Silvally, and I'm going to Flamethrower, try and get off as much damage as I can. Okay, it's beautiful damage. Perfect. I believe. I swear to Arceus, please. Close combat. Close combat. Okay, I'm asking. I'm begging at this point. I don't see why it wouldn't kill a pincer, but never know. Just U-turn, dude. Okay, so my place to go to Primate now and just U-turn in case he does actually want to go to Gorgeist. Could be annoying, but okay, so he does stay in, and now I have nothing to toxic. Ugh. Stupid Gorgeist is annoying as shit. That Persian's really low as well. Manectric's gonna be in range of a close combat. I almost just want to go Lilligant. I think it'll also depend on if Gorgeist has Toxic or something else. Now, if I'm my opponent, excuse me? Oh, what is this? Like, you can't stay in. Like, you can't. It would make no sense. Like, there's no reason for you to stay in. It is my point. I actually want to calc. Why would you stay in? What on earth? Oh, what? That doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense to me at all. That was a big 50-50. It's not even a 50-50. Like, you lose your Manectric, and at that point, what is Persian doing in this game? It's at 20%. I know I didn't play this as well as I should have, or as well as I could have. I played way too... Yeah, see, because now he just goes... Yeah, I really don't understand that personally. I guess not... Fire Blast. Okay, but this is interesting, though. If I can get enough Spadef drops. Okay, so he does sack his Persian here. He's going to his Manectric. What? What? That doesn't make sense at all. Like, legitimately, if I can get some Spadef drops, I can potentially win this. This is interesting. Damn, this has been a long first game, too. Jesus. How long has it been? It's been 19 minutes. I think... What, 10 of those I was probably talking? My future self will probably tell me how long I was talking. But, yeah, I really don't know why my opponent did that. I really don't. And I don't know what he's doing. I really don't want to get another game and then try and focus on both. Because I'm terrible at multitasking when it comes to Pokemon, at least. Like, he's got to be thinking, like, what does he do? I can't even tell. Is this just regular Gorgeist? Because now I'm legitimately confused. He has Seed Bomb, okay. I did 9. Alright. I legitimately don't know what set he is. Is this just regular? I guess this is regular Gorgeist. I'm actually gonna check because I have no clue. I legitimately have not played Gorgeist 84. I'm assuming this is it. Yeah, this could be regular Gorgeist. Yeah, no, this is regular Gorgeist. So if I can get this a little lower, I can win with Scarf Ice Punch in the back. It really just depends on him actually making a move. Unfortunately, there's no speed up function on the timer, because at this point he's just wasting my time. Yeah, I know. Like, I definitely didn't play this as optimally as I should have, at all. As yeah, he's just attacking at this point. I do get parried, unfortunately. So I'm just gonna Giga Drain at this point. But yeah, as I was saying, I really didn't play this as optimally as I 100% should have. Like, the Toxic Miss, what turn was that? It was like second or third turn? Yeah, like turn 5. Like the Toxic Miss onto this Gorgeist really sucked. It put me at it hurt because this Gorgeist really wouldn't be at would be in a terrible position, because in that situation, like, what does he do? What does he do? Like, his Gorgeist is gonna die, his Manectric and his Purging just get beaten by Cradily. I really don't know what this guy's doing at this point. They do get the Giga Drain off. I'll try and recover, as I actually do get it off. And it looks like I could potentially just win this game with Cradle. Of course I got parried. But it does not matter, as Scarf Primate can come in, and that's going to be GG to my opponent. Yeah. Boy, this, and I personally upload all my replays just so I can tell myself, like, and see where I went wrong and everything like that. But wow, that was a long game. I mean, it sucked. I didn't play as well as I should have, or like I could have, around certain things. Like, the Toxic Miss definitely did suck, because in that end game situation, that Gorgeist can't do anything. I would have had a much, at least I think, a much better victory in that sense, or like an easier time winning. And ooh, okay, alrighty. I really don't know what to expect here. I'm gonna leave the Electros here, because he's definitely leading with the Archeops, and I'm just gonna knock off first turn, because if he goes to Stun Fist, like I figured he would, he's gonna lose his leftovers, and at this point I'm just gonna click Giga Drain, and keep whittling him down as he goes for Reflect type. Ooh, that's clean. That's kind of cool, actually. As he's just gonna discharge and he's not gonna do anything. It's nice to have this threat gone at this point. But the fact that he's, what? Okay. All right. So he decides that he's gonna switch now, which is fine by me, because I just don't understand that. He can get up his rocks. I can get up mine as well, which is something I do want because it pressures the Archeops. It breaks the Sturdy on Aggron. It pressures the Mantike. He's gonna get up his rocks. I'm going to keep him low as I can, and then I'm gonna set up my rocks. But he decided that he was gonna switch in his Aggron. Okay. Whew. Alright, so that's actually a huge threat gone. Choice Bandit Head Smash is disgustingly strong. This could be Z-move, which is scary. His Torkoal's low. I believe that's in range of close combat, potentially. I really don't think I need Whirlipede. Actually, no, I think I do want it. Is Cradle gonna be useful? It will be. Getting rocks. Okay, is he Acrobatics? Okay. So I'm gonna go for the Giga Drain here on the U-turn. I wonder what he's gonna go out into. It is gonna be that Stunfisk. Okay, so I am gonna get enough HP back to at least live. As the Archeops is gonna come back in, so he's gonna U-turn again. I personally don't think that was the best play on his part. The way he's... No, it's not Scarf, right? No, it's not Scarf. Okay, so at this point, my Electros has no save switches. If he wants to go Mantike, he can go Mantike. That's like that's completely up to him. I personally wouldn't. If he wants to go Shiinotic, he can. If he wants, like, he can't switch out Torkoal at this point. If he wants to go with Archeops, I mean, like, sure, but I was just gonna smack the timer on him. Yeah. Yeah, I really don't know. I really don't know at this point. As he is just gonna sack his Torkoal, so this is still really solid versus his team, honestly. My Silvali's just a really good switch in at this point. It puts the Archeops in defeatist range. It beats the Shiinotic and the Mantike with Toxic. As he is just gonna go to his Archeops at this point. So as he, oh, okay, was not expecting that. All right, so it's Whirlipede time at this point. I'm just gonna Toxic. I'm just gonna Toxic. And get up the rest of my hazards, pretty much just to keep Shiinotic very, very low, as my opponent does realize that he cannot do anything to beat this team. Okay, that would kind of explain it, but let's just keep moving on. What are we at? Like 20 something minutes, almost 30 minutes. Okay, so I know this was like a lot of me just like kind of talking and everything like that, but I think this is gonna be the last game that we get, as we get a very interesting team. We got Sticky Whips. Oh no. Oh no. That could be Defog Shift Tree. You know what? I'm leading Whirlipede. I'm gonna lead Whirlipede. I'm gonna go for the Toxic straight up. Like, Whirlipede is my dedicated lead, but I don't know. Okay, so he's a coil set apparently. And I want to get up I don't want to get up T-Spikes. I want to get up Spikes for the rest of the team. Goes for a knockoff. So he's not Assault Vest. So this is actually quite interesting for my Lilligant. Because if I can set up enough, I believe that I could potentially win the game, as he's going to Thunder Punch me. That's perfectly fine, as I'm going to get my last layer of Hazard. So if he's not, in fact, I actually want to do a Calc. Lilligant. No, I want to go Modest versus Electros. I'm just going to assume that he's max HP with no SPDF investment, and we are, in fact, Energy Ball and the Gracium Z. That will get a KO, which is actually really solid for me. But I don't know his last move. You know, I'm gonna Quiver Dance here. Okay, so he is gonna be in range of that Energy Ball, and he's gonna drop. So threat number 1 eliminated. So I can save that Bloom Doom for the Lapras. I believe +1 HP Fire to a Shift Tree, if it'll let me do this. Will get a KO after that spike damage. And let's just do the Stoneland. PU non-Bloom Doom at +1. 75% if not both invested. Wait, what? Okay. Now I'm really confused. Why'd you protect? No, like, and this is something I'm really confused. Why protect? Like, I get that you think that I'm a Z move, as he does go down, which is really good for me. As I really don't think that there's anything that my opponent can do unless this is Scarfed. As he's not. Pyroar. Tell me, baby, how much do you take from the Z Energy Ball at +1? Ooh! Oh, okay. I'm sorry, Pyroar. I can't believe I have to violate you like this, but goodbye. And at this point, my opponent is just going to get swept by this Lilligant. Yup. Ladies and gentlemen, I am back. I feel so refreshed. But that is going to be the end of the video, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Let me know down below whether or not you enjoyed this video. I know the beginning was very, lengthy, a little exposition about things going on in my life and everything. But let me know if you guys enjoyed this video by leaving a like on it, as it would be greatly appreciated, as it does help the channel grow quite a bit. Leave a comment down below, again, whether or not you liked the video, and who you thought the MVP of this these 3 games were. Let me know as well what tiers you guys really want to see me play a lot more of, because I know one of the comments I actually got, channel comment, was to do more things for other tiers, and I do plan on doing that. It's just I'm more of an OU guy. I like to play a little bit more OU than anything, just because it's a little more competitive to me, but I do enjoy playing the lower tiers. So let me know what you guys would love to see, what tiers you guys want to see in the future. If you want to see me do tiers in the, what are they called? Other meta of the month. Whether you want me to play some balanced Taxmons, whether you want me to play some VGC, do some Monotype. Just, let me know if you want to see me maybe even try some other gens and see how poorly I do at those. But that's pretty much going to be it for today, guys. I'll catch y'all later. Peace out.